Alright guys, I hope you're happy. I've just gone and done your job for you and found out that Madden 22 is being released in just under 2 months. So with that in mind, the video I'm reacting to today is titled The Top 10 Plays from Former Madden Cover Stars. Should be interesting. I bought my first version of Madden in 2018, that was Tom Brady. 2019 was AB. 2020 was Patrick Mahomes. And 2021 was Lamar Jackson. So guys, sit back, relax, and let's see what's up.
There have been 21 other players in the history of the Madden franchise whose faces have graced the cover. So in the spirit of our show doing highlights and this awesome week of Madden news, let's get into the top 10 plays of Madden cover players. And let's start off with number 10. We're going to Baltimore, number 52, Ray Lewis in a playoff game against the Titans. This was the first
gets the interception, breaks the tackle.
It was Ray.
He's got the pace.
Here it was. Under 7 minutes to go, the Titans were trailing. They were driving. McNair throws it, and Ray Lewis picks it off, takes it all the way. Fred Miller could not bring him down. Of course,
holy
Baltimore
shit. That was early in his
go on
career.
to not only win this game, but then they would go on to eventually win the Super Bowl this season. Eddie George, it's in his hands. I see a Frank Wycheck jersey in the crowd, ladies and gentlemen. I see a Frank Wycheck jersey. That is Ray Lewis. He takes it to the house. Ray whispering and silencing the crowd.
2005. There he is.
Shh, that was the Madden 05 cover. I'm sorry, I thought it was Madden 2000. It was the Madden 05 cover. Ray Lewis on the cover. Who is the number 9 athlete when it comes to...
Let's go to 1999 for number 9. If we're going to 99, you know we're talking Rams. Kurt Warner's going to hand it to Marshall Faulk. And ready.
Marshall Faulk got on the cover of a Madden game? Look at that. That's
already
nice.
up 24-3 in the fourth quarter. He piles it on. They go to 6-0 on their way to the Super Bowl. Marshall, an untouchable reality player, an untouchable Madden player, exclamation point here, going against these Browns. Oh, look at the turf.
This was in 99. I'm going to say...
That's the turf I've ever seen, and they used every stitch of it.
He would have had to grace the cover in the early 2000s.
Featured on the Madden 2003
2003
cover after the Super Bowl win, making him just the third ever Madden cover athlete. And
I hope they've got AB on this list.
Madden game that I absolutely wore out in the early 2000s. But how do you follow that? What's at number 8?
They were just filled with superstars. Not superstars, megastars. Speaking of mega, how about Megatron? 2013 against the Bengals. Lions down 24-17, fourth quarter, 3rd and 18. Matt Stafford rolls right and throws it up to
3rd and 18.
Calvin Johnson. He jumps up and dunks it after posterizing 3 dudes. Once again, see it. Listen, Stafford takes a shot, lets this ball go, and watch him go up and get it.
And Megatron goes up and gets it.
3 guys in a 4th one coming in. This was everything that we knew Megatron was, making a big play like that, and we needed that from him every single week just to compete, and he showed up, which is why he is a Hall of Famer. Calvin Johnson,
got some hops
one of the
too.
best to ever do it. And here it is, this Madden cover, and this is in 2012, becoming the first ever wide receiver to appear as a Madden cover athlete.
Huh. Well, that's something to be proud of.
2013.
And 2 decades before this, Nate, we go to 1993. Who could forget this? Wild card action, Packers, Lions. This is Brett Favre's first career playoff game. He drops back. He's looking very Favre here. What does he do? Launches it across his body to none other.
Look, up in the left corner, it's got 2013, but it was 1993. They're trying to trick me.
Than Sterling Sharp.
Like, surely not. Surely that's not 2013.
Makes a grab in the end zone. This is a
Aaron
game-winning
Rodgers
touchdown
already
situation. Of course, this is an infamous look at Brett Favre ripping off his helmet in celebration. So here's the deal. Favre was on the Madden cover. I'm sure, Triggs, I bet you remember this. This is 15 years later. It was Madden 09, and it's really unique because he was traded from the Packers to the Jets just 5 days before the game's release. Madden stuck with this version, but they also released an alternate cover with Favre in a Jets jersey.
You kidding?
Can print out and download.
Let's have a look.
And I don't know, I guess paste on the cover of this one, Peter.
Yeah, it's right on the cover of that DVD.
Isn't that interesting? 5 days before he got traded. And he was still considered at the top of his game, enough so to make the cover of Madden. Or maybe it was because he was nearing the end of his career. Let me have a look at the alternate strip. And here it is now. Can you see that? It's not the exact same photo, is it? It is the exact same photo. Okay, so even back in 2009, they had decent Photoshop skills. Well done.
Video game of yours. Number 6. Let's go right to an AFC Championship game. 2008 Ravens trailing 16-14. Joe Flacco's driving, and there he is. Troy Polamalu, one of the greatest plays in playoff history, takes it all the way back to the house. Polamalu, of course, would then get the Steelers to the Super Bowl with this one. Flacco with the pass. Troy picks it off. This would send the Steelers to Super Bowl, where they would eventually take down the Cardinals. What was interesting about this Madden cover is that Troy Polamalu and
I'm trying to work out which pick 6 was better, Ray Lewis or Troy Polamalu.
Larry Fitzgerald, because of their great battle in that Super Bowl, they were both on the cover. It was the first time that the cover ever featured multiple players at the same time. But there they are, Madden 10.
Sick, man. I've never ever seen that cover. I've seen a few, but I've never seen that one. And come to think of it, they've put 2 players on the cover of Madden 22, and I thought that was the first time they'd ever done it, but clearly not.
Troy and Larry. Troy Polamalu, of course, one of the greatest safeties, and now...
Isn't it trippy that in Madden 09, Larry Fitzgerald was considered good enough, one of the elite players in the league, to make the cover of Madden, and here we are 10, 12 years later, and he's still killing it.
Football Hall of Famer.
Polamalu and Fitzgerald were okay, but they weren't this guy. Soft spot going out to this man right here, Peyton Hillis. Look out!
Whoa! Peyton Hillis.
Oh my gosh, 2010, week 12, 9
10
minutes
years
ago in the
back.
second
Who
quarter.
is that?
Takes a lone playing against his old team, hands it to Hillis, who already had 2 touchdowns in the game in the first half, and he's going to run it in for
What a
third
run that
over
is.
Charles
That's
Godfrey.
stunning.
Here's the moment he got the Madden cover, right here. Peyton Hillis would finish that season with over 1,600 total yards and 13 touchdowns. A fascinating turn of events led him to be on the cover. A vote, a public vote of who you wanted.
Holy
Basically got
shit.
crowdsourced. He ended up beating Michael Vick in the finals to get on the cover. Look at that Xbox 360.
Oh, we've got to look up this guy's story. A running back that I had no idea about. Peyton Hillis is currently 35. He was 6'2", 250. Running back. Picked up in the 7th round with pick number 227 of the 2008 NFL Draft. And he made a Madden cover. We've got to read about that. So his breakout year was clearly 2010. 16 games played, 14 started, 270 attempts for 1,177 yards, 11 rushing touchdowns, but also 2 receiving touchdowns. So he had total yards from scrimmage at 1,640-odd, 50-odd. And 13 total touchdowns. He retired in 2015 due to his history of concussions and the potential of future injury. He also claimed in an interview, as far as NFL football goes, my heart's just not in it anymore. Okay, here we go. Due to his breakout season, he was the Browns finalist in the Madden NFL 12 cover vote. So every team must have nominated a player. After upsetting Ray Rice, Matt Ryan, and Super Bowl MVP Aaron Rodgers, he advanced to the finals, where he faced off against Michael Vick. On April 27th, 2011, Hillis was announced as the cover athlete for the game, beating out Vick with 66% of the vote. And that, guys, to me, is absolutely amazing. That's why we had to check it out. Anyways, let's continue.
360 cover, Peyton Hillis. Long gone from the NFL, but man, we do not forget. Look at that face mask. The Juggernaut. Who's it for?
Man, he had some angry runs, that's for sure.
Ooh, here we go.
Back, there is no question if he should
My
be
fave.
on the cover. Week 1, 2009.
In my top 5 of all time.
Watch this stiff arm. Get out of
Running backs, that is.
my way and take this stiff arm with you. And then I'm going to explode. I don't care if you got the angle on me. That's Adrian Peterson. A long run for a TD. This was Brett Favre's debut with the Vikings, actually.
Yeah, believe it or not, he's still running just as hard 12 years later.
But AD stole the show.
Respect.
He had 198 yards.
In fact, there was talk of bringing him to the Buccaneers, I thought.
3 touchdowns. My bad to my boy
Or maybe he just put his hand up and said, I'm willing.
Eric Wright.
Ready and
He
willing.
got stiff armed by AD like so many guys did. And playing against Adrian Peterson for so many years, I've seen it time and time again. He could run through you, run around you, and run over you. That Adrian Peterson was
2014.
different.
Well, I've certainly
And there
never
it
seen
is,
that cover.
Adrian Peterson. He would be on the cover of the PS4 and Xbox One version of Madden 25, the 25th anniversary edition of Madden. That was awesome, man.
Okay, so it's not Madden 14, it's Madden 25.
Shout out to AD. And
Who was on Madden 14? It wasn't called Madden 14, it was called Madden 25. In no way is this the real Madden 14 cover. Okay, there was no Madden 14, it was Madden 25. Can I get some confirmation on that? No. Madden NFL 25 is an American football sports game based on the NFL. It was released in August 2013. Instead of numbering it Madden NFL 14, with the year like in previous versions, the 25 in the title refers to the 25th anniversary of Madden NFL series. Well, okay. Makes sense. Kinda.
absolute beast.
And that's the last time we've seen a running back gracing the cover of Madden. What's this? 2013 NFC Championship.
Sherman!
Floating one, trying to get it in the hands of Michael Crabtree. Sherman tips it into the hands of Malcolm Smith. It is a game-sealing interception. This play was nuts. I will never forget it. Not just to get his hand on it, but to force the interception. Just bananas. And it would, of
What a
course,
play.
lead to one of the most memorable post-game interviews of all time. Don't you ever talk about me. Don't you ever talk about me. Sherman lands on the Madden cover that very next year. Man, it has been such a run for quarterbacks, Peter Schrager. This is Madden 15.
I don't know if it's the gloves. I don't know if it's the hair. I don't know if it's the look on his face. But that looks sick.
I love seeing some of these other positions getting the love on cover of Madden.
It was great to see
That's a real nice action shot. I like that cover.
Sherm on the cover. It was also great to see Mahomes. He was the first player ever to go from Madden cover to Super Bowl champion. So he gets the Madden cover in July of that year. Then you fast forward about 7 months and he's in Miami. We're there, and this is the play. It's the Wasp play. Of course, you know the circumstances. Down 10 points, 7 minutes left, 3rd and 15. A timeout is
You got time to play Wasp? Yeah, you got time to play Wasp.
called, and Mahomes takes that deep drop, launches it to Tyreek Hill, who goes 44 yards, and it keeps the Chiefs' drive alive. They would go on to score 21 unanswered points. Quite a 12 months it was for Mahomes. Gets the MVP. Gets goes to the playoffs, all this stuff, but this is always after he already had won and been on the Madden cover. There it is, the PS4 version. But if that's number 2, what's number 1?
Well, it's got to be Tom Brady.
What's the best play from the best Madden player? Comes from 2002.
Oh, Michael Vick. AB's left out. Tom Brady's left out. And I guess that just hits me real deep because those were the first 2 Madden games I ever bought and ever played.
Number 7.
That's all right.
Young Mike Vick, right out of Blacksburg, cascading through the Metrodome turf. Sorry, Greg Beekert, I don't think this is going to be it. We're in overtime. No, we're not. We are in the postgame. Go, Mike Vick, as the call says. He's going to
Game-winning touchdown run in overtime.
keep on running right out of the dome. He had 10 carries for 172 and 2 touchdowns. Carried the Falcons to the playoffs where they stunned Brett Favre's Packers for the first home Lambeau Field playoff loss ever in the Packers' history. Guys, this is the one. I don't think there's much of a debate. It's the runaway. And here's another thing. I looked it up. Cover of the Madden, one of the best-selling ones they've ever had, Michael Vick, 2004. I don't want to let you know, on the soundtrack, we had some Yellow Card, Bubba.
So Michael Vick made it in 2004, and then he actually got beaten out by Hillis in 2012, 8 years later. So in 2012, he would have been 32. I actually don't think they've got any information on the Madden cover of 2012, but that's all right. Let's continue.
Sparks, Alien Ant Farm, Avenged Sevenfold, and a little bit of Jet. Are you gonna be my girl? Vic 04, the GOAT.
Alien Ant Farm, now that's really taken me back.
Look out. Try to beat that. Good luck this week, EA.
That game right there, Kyle, it was Nappy Roots. The song was Round the Globe, and I remember playing it over and over and over again. And that's the thing about Madden. it puts you in a place in time in your life. So that was 2004, but you could put on the Madden 98 game, and I have a memory of me being in high school playing it. It really does set the tone, and so to see all those plays are fantastic.
I'd have to firmly agree. 18, I remember where I was. 19, I remember where I was. 20, I remember where I was. 21, when I first played it, I remember where I was. And I tell you what, 22 is going to be just as memorable.
We're going to find out who the cover athlete is tomorrow. We'll talk about it all morning on the show, but I'll just say this. That was an awesome list from Matt Hamilton right there. If there's one guy that we didn't include that, Nate, I think you would have appreciated it, it would have been my guy, Dante Culpepper, who was not included in that top 10 list, but definitely graced on that Madden cover when we were in our college years.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I remember Dante Culpepper and Randy Moss being such a great duo, and I remember him donning the cover, and we were talking about it all the time in the locker room.
Okay. That was a good one. Thank you for watching. I'm not going to take any more of your time. That was the top 10 plays from former Madden cover stars. And long may they continue. So thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.